Oh, that's from the movie with the lady it's called Kill Bill. Only don't do that, because that's me. Hi guys, welcome to the place where I'm gonna do a broadcast for you. Probably not gonna go real long about it, but here we are anyways. So welcome to my house. Welcome to your face. Guys, I called it a Loki hates used mailbox broadcast because I don't feel like doing the advice thing right now. It's too hard to orchestrate, and you guys just end up talking about other stuff that doesn't have anything to do with advice anyways. But the thing is, I don't have anything to open from the mailbox, so, you know, you're just gonna have to figure it out. Although we do have this. So we have that going for us, which is, you know, it's nice. It's nice, but it's, you know, it's not new. Hello, Jen, Alien Enigma. Hey, Karen. Hey, Doctor Strange. Whoever you are. Hey, Wraith. Hey, Karen. Did I say hey, Karen? Yeah, I did. I already said hey, Karen. I immediately forget who I said hi to. Hi, Amada. Hi, Rambo Maieoi 56 Fujoshi 7W7. Rambo Maieoi 56 Fujoshi 7W7. Hi, welcome. Number 1 ROTOFL. Welcome. Hello, Heidi. Hello, Samantha. Welcome. I know it's your first time. You know, I don't know if it's gonna get any, if it's gonna meet your expectations or what. But hello. Hi, Helen. We're all here, guys, and we're all. I mean, honestly, we're all suffering. That's what life is about, right? It's about suffering until you die, and then you're dead. So it doesn't matter anymore because you can't suffer, or can you? Because, I mean, it's human nature not only to suffer through life, but to believe that we'll burn in hell as well. And that's all we can do. That's really it for us. It's just feeling like shit and then going to hell and just feeling even shittier forever. Because, you know, that's what we deserve. Now, you may say, well, hey now, I didn't ask for this. I'm not gonna go to hell. I'm a good boy, and I'm a good girl. Well, maybe. But maybe you're already dead. You ever think about that? Oh, Doctor Strange. So, I was thinking last night, and I was talking to my girlfriend about this. Hey, you know, it's 2017, and we're gonna look back on this time and be like, yeah, we were around in the old days, in the teens and the aughts. That's what 2001 to 2009 was. The aughts. That's what they're called. And we're eventually, in another couple of years, we're going to be in the 20s, the roaring 20s. You won't be talking about the 20s like you were 100 years ago, or even 10 years ago, in 10 years. We're going to be in the 20s. It's going to be like, oh, lighten up. It's the 20s, you know? Same thing, 30s, 40s. I'm probably going to die in the 60s. I don't want to die with sideburns. You know? Like, what? Why does that need to happen? So, Jen, I'm not trying to bump you down the list, but Doctor Strange has a question. Doctor Strange, what I like about Loki the best is that I don't have to be a nice person while being associated with him. How's that? How about that? That sound okay? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be as nice as Spider-Man or Superman would be. Guys, just keep an eye out, because there's going to be a little thing coming out soon, a little film project called Resolute by Nicholas Shorter, and he interviews me and I talk about that, not at length, but it's basically say the same thing. Hey Denzo, go loco, Denzo, go loco. Welcome. But yeah, the fact about Loki is that I actually don't really like him that much. I don't believe that he's that redeemable of a character. Everyone seems to think he's like, oh, he had a tough break. He had a pretty goddamn good. And he still manages to mess things up for himself. So I have no real love for Loki other than the fact that he's managed to get me you guys. That's nice. Take that however you want. Take that, motherfucker. Moving on. Alien Enigma wants to know, what are you looking forward to most at Gen Con? I would say it's just playing board games until I can't feel feelings is what I'm looking forward to. I plan to play the shit out of some stuff that I usually don't get to play much of. I'm hoping I get to sit down with some people who like to play the DC card deck building game by Cryptozoic. That would be great, because that's one I don't often get to play. It's hard to get more than 2, but less than 6 people at a table. If you got 3 or 4, it's like perfect. 5 even better, but then once you're at 6, it's like, should we start adding in new rules and stuff? So I really just want to play board games until I want to die, then go to sleep and wake up and feel like I am dead, and then play more board games. So that's what I got going on there. Maybe this year I'll actually go to Gen Con, since I have offline friends who want to go. Yeah, Wraith, if you go to Gen Con, I'll be happy to see you there. Let's see, what cons do I have planned? Asks Denzoco Loco Loco. Alright, I'm already set on the wrong month. Okay, so let's start with April. April, I was going to go to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in California, in Irwindale there. Unfortunately, that has been pushed back. That's probably going to be around May 12th that I do that. So, in May, I will be at WeirdCon. That's down in Los Angeles somewheres. I plan on going to Strategicon GameX. I will go to probably Anime Expo. I'll drop by San Diego Comic-Con. I'll be there. I'll be at Gen Con, Indy, of course, as we were just discussing. I will be at Strategicon Gateway in September. Guess what else is happening in September? Motherfucking NerdBotCon. I will be there. Nothing going on in October, November, December yet. Wait a second, there is one. I think I'll be at Mid-South-Con. Right? Memphis Comic and Fantasy Con. I'll be there. So, just keep an eye out for that one if you're in Memphis. As far as I know, I'll be there. I'm not making any solid promises, but I plan to be there. Maybe this year I'll actually go to Gen Con. Okay, yeah, we already read that. Welcome, Ashtastic. No Wizard World. No, Denzel Lokokolo. Like, listen, man. I appreciate that Wizard World is happening. And I appreciate that they've got some pretty big shit going on and that they invite some big name celebrities and stuff. But goddamn, man, I do not like Wizard World all that much because it seems like it's more... I don't know, man. It seems like it's not really... They don't really give you much. They kind of just expect you to, like, provide your own entertainment and pay money. Like, Wizard World's the perfect example of a con that's just like, hey, show up and buy things, and that's fun, right? You guys like that. And, it, like, you've spent your money and you're here now, so you might as well enjoy yourself. And it's like, but what are you providing for me, Wizard World? Like, you didn't do anything to impress me. You just gave me a room to walk around in with a bunch of shit to buy. So, I don't know. Wizard World, they got some things to prove before I'm on board with what they're selling. If you know what I'm talking about, and I think you do know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Ugh. I'll tell you, man. This stuff, there you go. Look at this. Look at all this. How the hell is that so big? Hold on a second. Watch this. I'm just gonna thin this out a little bit. I should have done this all before I started the broadcast. You know, it's like a broadcast, you know what I mean? How excited are you, Thor 3, and what are your expectations of Hela and Loki? Also, if you were to write a script, what would you write about Hela and Loki? Jesus Christ. Well, Heidi, I think Thor 3 is going to be as good as it is. I won't speculate that it's going to be the best movie in the world. I would say that it's off to a good start with what they've shown me so far. I am confused as to how they're going to make it one plot. It seems like there's two totally different crazy things happening there, and, you know, if they're going to make both of those things happen in a coherent way, then good for them. But I do find that most of the time the mistake that's made in a lot of movies, including Marvel movies, is they add too many locations. So you end up going a lot of places, and you don't have a sense of time as to how long it took to get there. I think Age of Ultron's a great example of that, where you're in America, then you're in, like, Nairobi, then you're over here, then you're over there. Civil War did a little bit of it. Was it Civil War? Yeah, like, everybody does a little bit of it, and in Guardians of the Galaxy it works fine, because the whole point is that they're in a spaceship and they're just going everywhere and they can get anywhere they want to get, and it doesn't matter how long it takes them to get there. But if you're going to base it on Earth and then you're going to have them in 4 different continents throughout the course of the movie, it gets hard to follow and it gets hard to track what's going on and what the passage of time looks like. So what I'm hoping for in Thor 3 is that they just keep it between, looks like, I mean, already there's 3 giant locations. There's Earth, there's Asgard, and then there's whatever garbage planet they're doing the gladiatorial fights on. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm not as optimistic as I thought. Now that you're thinking of it, what's the second 3/5 of your question? If you were to write a script, what would you write about Hela and Loki? I probably wouldn't write much, since I don't really keep up with the comics so much, nor do I really care about the mythology. I would probably write Loki as a much less likable character. Or maybe I would get into Loki's insecurities and the basis for them a lot more, and then I would probably get into Hela's story about her abandonment issues with her father. I don't know. It would probably have something to do with parentage and sort of mirroring Hela's experience with Loki's. So that's my abridged answer of how that would go. Do you usually go to RICC, Rhode Island Comic Con? Risa, I am from Rhode Island, and I made it to RICC for about 3 hours last year. I unfortunately lost my badge on the Friday night, And I'll be honest, they were such dicks about a lost badge that I will never go back again. Rhode Island Comic-Con is one of the worst Comic-Con experiences I've ever had. They had no, like, administrative staff whatsoever that was helpful. They had nothing to offer. The vendor booths were lackluster at best. The layout was atrocious. The lines were awful. Even with pre-registered guests that had their badges, you still had to wait in line for about 45 minutes just to walk in the door because of their shitty Ticketmaster concert ticketing system that involved, like, being hand scanned by, like, weird, like, supermarket grocery scanners. So yeah, everything was just mismanaged and garbage, like, and pretty much overpriced. Their guests ranged from the moderate to the extremely mundane. There was a lot of people from the cast of American Pie, if that tells you anything. So I don't know if American Pie is having a 20th anniversary or whatever, but it certainly wasn't anything that I was looking forward to seeing Tara Reid at a convention in 2016. Not a lot of hype surrounding her right now. Other than that, I think Gal Gadot was there, but I couldn't give two shits about that Wonder Woman movie and how badly it's going to fail. I see Gal Gadot as probably ending up about the same, rated about as well as Catwoman. Because they've already put an A-list. They've put Chris Pine next to Gal Gadot for the Wonder Woman movie, and it's like, well, why not just say that a movie is starring, I don't know, Jesus Christ. Danny Glover, and then put fucking Brad Pitt next to him, because, like, no one's gonna come to the movie to see Danny Glover. They want to see Brad Pitt, or I don't know, even beyond that, like a child actor, like Dakota Fanning. Like, put Dakota Fanning next to friggin' George Clooney. Maybe they already did that. It doesn't matter. The point is, DC makes shitty movies. I'm sorry. Moving along, Rhode Island Comic-Con, yes, I won't be going back there unless there's some sort of giant beneficial thing for me. Do you know the Riddler? If so, do you like him? The Riddler is just fine. I liked when Jim Carrey played him, but not that much because it was still a shitty movie. We had something like that last month. Dude who works on Deadpool had a nerd mall-like thing in Madison. I don't know what that means. What have you done for me lately? Says Loki hates you. That's exactly right. And other things you normally buy at cons. Yeah. Maybe someone asked this UTG his before. But what do you think about the new Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Well, I haven't seen it, so I mean, I liked the first one, and I hope the second one's just as good, if not better. I have no reason to complain about the trailer. I just hope I looked at one of the posters, and I think the Living Tribunal might be in it, and I'm excited about that. Ego the Living Planet, I give less of a shit about, but Living Tribunal, if they manage to squeeze that in there, I'm going to be real happy, because they did make a reference to the Living Tribunal in Doctor Strange. This probably a late due question. How was it working with Bat in the Sun? Because I remember you were in the waiting room vid. Bat in the Sun was cool. It was weird because they invited me up. I went and did the thing with them, and then I don't know. Like I'd never met their Thor before. I mean, he's obviously a great Thor. He's a big dude, and he plays the role well. But like, I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh, I'm doing this thing and it's fun, and it's like ThorTV's not here or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of a crazy experience. But we had a pretty good rapport, and I think it came out well. So I'm hoping to work with them again at some point. But if you guys ever want to see a crazy video, go and check out Bat in the Sun, where I'm on it and stuff. Probably. Okay, I was late here. Are you going to Comic-Con and Comic-Con LA? Oh yeah, I will be at Stan Lee's Kamikaze. Matter of fact, I've committed to a cosplay group that I will be in. If you go to my Amazon wishlist, you'll be able to tell what that cosplay will be, because there's items for it in there. Are you going to I am, and I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con as well. So I'll be at both of those places. Have I ever been to New York Comic-Con? The one time I went to New York Comic-Con was probably 2005. And I decided to just drive down there. And I got there and they were sold out of tickets. So I just ended up hanging out with some other friends from New York. We had a great time. But I wasn't in cosplay. It was just as an aspiring comic book artist that I soon realized I could not be due to lack of talent. I didn't say hi to Selena. Hi, Selena. Daisho Con is usually pretty good, but maybe that's just because it's small. I got James Marston's, the guy who spiked from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Cons are just either really good or mediocre, it seems. It's true, Ash. Like, some of the cons put in the work, and some of them are just like, whatever. And sometimes it's up to you. Sometimes it's just you have a great time because you had a great time on your own. I think the Wonder Woman movie will do fine, but I'm extremely disappointed by the costuming and all the heels and boob plate. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the accents, the dialects. It's just a bad accent friggin' demo reel. It's just, god damn it. It's just like there's a young Wonder Woman, and she's kind of like, I don't know what, she sounds like Eastern European, and then like the older Wonder Woman sounds French, and then like one of the Themysciran women who's like her trainer is like Russian sounding, so they're just all over the place. I think the Wonder Woman, Doctor Strange, what were you like as a kid / preteen? Wow, Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, here's what I want for you to do, is I want you to go to Tumblr and search for Loki Hates You and just read, like, all the stuff. Just all of the things. There's particularly a post called Shit You Don't Need to Do Anymore, and it outlines all of the questions that you don't need to ask me anymore, and it's all there. Stuff like, how old are you? Stuff like, what do you love about Loki? Stuff like, did you make your costume? Stuff like, how did you start to cosplay? How are you doing today? That sort of thing. It's just something that... Alright, let's answer it. What was I like as a kid and a preteen? Well, as a little kid, I didn't have any social filters, so I said a lot of very embarrassing things. I did like superheroes, but it wasn't very smart. As a preteen, also not very smart, but at least slightly funnier in that I knew how to do movie quotes and stuff. Preteen, jumped on a trampoline a lot. I love to do that sort of thing. Wish I still had leg muscles, but I don't. Yeah, we used to just kind of be little shitty kids. I was a real shitty kid. I was mean to my brother, and he was mean to me. And then we just got meaner to each other until he moved out of the house. Then we started to get along. And then we had opposing political views as of the last few years. And that is unfortunate because we were getting along so well. And now everything is an argument. So that's my entire life up to now. How old are you? I am turning 34 in 11 days. DC movies are just a no. My boyfriend got me bunnies. Selena, please post pictures of the bunnies. Please do that. And how are you doing? I'm doing just fine. Denzo Coloco says lol. Denzo Coloco lol. That's how that goes right now. Whew. So, I'm editing a video for NerdBot right now. And it's about a line of products that are distributed by First Person Clothing. And I want to tell you right now that if you're ever in need of a really dope backpack, First Person Clothing, go check them out. They got some really cool stuff, and I'm making this video, and I'm like, I wonder if I can steal that backpack from Nerdbot, because the other option is we get to give it away to some stranger, but I don't want to give it away. I want to keep that backpack, okay? I want that backpack right now. Tired of this shit. Tired of looking around at all the things I want to buy and not buying them. Crystal Wolf next month will be 5 years older than me. Good for you, Crystal Wolf. You made it. You know what? You had a tough fight ahead of you. I have a photo album of my bunnies on Facebook. I'll send it to you after the stream. Well, thank you, Selena. Nothing brightens my day like looking at a couple little buns. The Assassin's Creed one? There might be an Assassin's Creed one. I personally like the Batman one. There's a Batman one that's like really cool, and it's got all the like Batman armored looking stuff on it. There's a Deadpool one. There's a Boba Fett one. There's like some other Star Wars like Rogue Leader ones. So yeah, there's some really cool backpacks from First Person Clothing. I really recommend that you guys go and check it out. That being said, we may be coming out with some new products from Nerdbot, kind of a Nerdbot exclusive. I want to make this cool thing. If any of you have ever hung a CD like in your window, hey Chris, I forgot to say hi. Hi Chris Torres, it's good to see you. If anyone's ever hung a CD in their window so that it casts like sunlight in like a beam, in like a circular beam, it's pretty cool. I want to make one of those that's a golden mirrored Loki diadem from the Ragnarok trailer, and when you put it up in your window, it'll rotate and cast like a cool like Loki helmet like light throughout your room, like a bat signal only for Loki. So if any of you guys would be interested in something like that, let me know, because we're gonna be having them on sale soon. You hyped about the Star Wars trailer? Yeah, I think the last Star Wars was really well done. I liked Episode 7, and I liked Rogue One, so I have no doubt that they will make a great run of Episode 8. Of course, Carrie Fisher's moments are going to be a little heart-wrenching, but, you know, that's the name of the game. Life and death. That's how you're going to do it. Jacksepticeye. Is that like a Decepticon named Jack? Is that what's happening right now? You have Septic Eye? Jacksepticeye. Doctor Strange? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing right now. That's real weird. No, it's not using a CD, Chris. It'll be a material that's reflective like a CD, but it'll be a little different. So, Jacksepticeye. Yeah. So, guys, it's now 6:28. I feel like we had a good talk. I need to get back to doing some editing. And you need to get back to your goddamn life. Don't jump on Doctor Strange. I only was picking on Doctor Strange because, presumably she, was just, you know, I assume you guys get tired of hearing me answer the same 2, 3, 4 questions over and over again. So, Doctor Strange, please, go check out my Tumblr and just really scroll down through the archives until you start seeing a lot of blocks of text, and you can learn everything you've ever wanted to know about me. No one's been asking any questions on Tumblr lately, and those who have, honestly, have been a little irritating. Someone asked me, like, what my full name is, and it's like, I would have told you my goddamn full name if I wanted a goddamn person to know my name. Don't worry about it. I had somebody do that at a convention where they were like, oh, hey, Loki hates you. How's it going? And I'm like, oh, it's good. And they're like, your name's Tyler, right? And I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, my name's Bill. And they're like, Bill what? And I'm like, I don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh, because I just usually find I can be closer friends with people if they give me their full name and I can friend them on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to be friends with me on Facebook. None of you do. couple of you already are, but the cutoff's already happened. So just cool it. Cool it with the stuff. Sean Long. It's possible I've met him. What does he cosplay as? Well, in other news, looks like starting tomorrow, get a new job thanks to Jeff Industries. My name is Jeff. That's nice. Selena, don't sleep all day. Well, I guess it's nice to sleep all day. The show is coming to an end, but I just got here. Sorry, Chris. I've been in bed for the last 2 days sick. Karen, drink some water and maybe some tea. Chris, just remember. Hey, Charles. It's good to see you. Chris, just remember. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. This is Jeff. My name is Jeff. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, guys. I'm going to sign off, and you're going to pee your pants, probably, with anguish. Or not. I don't know. Maybe you'll poop your pants. Either way, you're going to excrete something in your pants. Just don't blame it on me. I didn't do this to you. You made yourself into the person you are. Sean William McLaughlin, known online as Jacksepticeye, is a producer, game commentator, and internet personality known primarily for his comedic Let's Play series on video games and vlogs. Oh, a guy on YouTube playing video games. That sounds novel. Jeff? Oh, alright. Well, tell Jeff said hi. Chris. Everybody, you have a good day. And a good night. I will talk to you on the other side of your face, probably. But until then... Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something sad. I should have walked away.